important piece of news that is coming in. I will have to interrupt you here. This is really important. Ashutosh, I want you to stay and hear this because I'll want a comment from you on this news that is coming out of Gujarat actually, because this is the Bilkis Bano case that we are talking about. The Gujarat government has now defended the release of Bilkis Bano's rapists, 11 of them. They have filed their affidavit in the Supreme Court. This is a big admission by the Gujarat government. They say they had the centre's approval to release the convicts, and they did it because the convicts' behavior was found to be good. The Supreme Court will be hearing the matter tomorrow. Let me see if I have Harish with me. Harish, are you live with us? If you can just give us some more. All right. We don't have Harish for the moment. Would you want to come in here, Ashutosh, with the details that we have so far? The report has been submitted to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court horrified with the fact that Bilkis Bano's 11 rapists and killers of her family were set free. They had questioned the government about it, and there is a defense that has come in. The Gujarat government clearly saying that we had got the green signal from the central government.
It's shameful, it's shameful, it's shameful. There's no other word. Only Gujarat government can go to the extent of giving a character certificate to the rapists. They were not only rapists, they were also killers. So if Gujarat government is doing, obviously Gujarat government has a different perspective about the Indian constitution. They have a different perspective about the rapist, and they have a different perspective about the crime. So they are redefining everything. I have no other word than to say that the BJP and the Gujarat government should be ashamed of for what they did and what they are defending openly, brazenly they are defending.
All right. Harish, I think, is joining us with more on those, with more on that story. Harish, the Gujarat government has filed its affidavit in the Supreme Court. I want to understand from you, what exactly have they said? A, they have said that we had the centre's permission to do so, that the centre had given us clearance to release these rapists. And secondly, they have even said that their behavior was good, because of which they were let go.
Yes, a very significant affidavit filed a day before the Supreme Court is set to hear the matter. Remember, the matter is listed tomorrow, and so the Gujarat government has filed a very all-important affidavit, in fact, justifying the release of the 11 convicts in the Bilkis Bano case. And very significantly, as you rightly said, it says that in the present case, the investigation was carried out by CBI, and state government had obtained the approval and suitable orders of the government of India. So it also goes on to say that this fact should be considered that they had already spent 14 years in jail, and the behavior was found to be good. With several shocking facts in the affidavit. Number one, they also raised 3-4 issues. Number one, they have said that the two petitioners before the Supreme Court, Subhashini Ali and Mahua Moitra, have no locus standi to challenge the release of the 11 convicts, saying that in a criminal case, third parties have no role. That is number one. Number two, they have said that even the Supreme Court had in fact allowed the Gujarat government to release the convicts on the basis of 1992 rules, because they were convicted in 2008, and the rule which holds the field on the day of conviction will be applicable, and the Supreme Court had said that that rule should be made applicable, and that rule did not prevent or prohibit the release of rape, gang rape or murder convicts. And then they also said that under Section 432 and 433 Criminal Procedure Code, the government of Gujarat is empowered to release, to take a decision regarding release of these convicts. And under 435 CRPC, since this matter was probed by a central agency like the CBI, the centre's permission was also taken. This is a big revelation made in the affidavit. And also, it also says that these two petitioners, Subhashini Ali and Mahua Moitra, have no locus to challenge the release of these 11 convicts, and so the state government was empowered to take the decision because they had already completed 14 years in jail, and they were liable to be considered for remission, and also their for good conduct. Their behavior in the jail was good. So these are the these are the points said in the affidavit, and it also says that under criminal procedure code 432 and 433, the government was fully empowered to take a decision. Once the Supreme Court has said that the 1992 rule is applicable, the government was empowered to release these convicts, even though the crime is gruesome and heinous. Like, remember, Bilkis Bano was not only gang rape, but seven of her family members were also killed. So big revelations in the affidavit filed by the
So the
Gujarat
question
government,
is, what will the Supreme Court do tomorrow? The question is, what will the Supreme Court do tomorrow, Harish? Given the fact that the Gujarat High Court, the Gujarat government has already submitted its affidavit. They have said, A, we got the green signal from the central government to release the 11 rapists and killers, and B, we released them because their behavior was good. Now the ball is in the Supreme Court. What was done, the release of these 11 convicts, was a travesty. Will the Supreme Court let that travesty continue or overturn it and send these 11 rapists and killers back to jail? That is a question that probably, Harish, will be answered tomorrow. Let's wait and watch. We'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much, Harish, joining us on that big piece of breaking news coming in. It's a story we continue to follow very closely here on Mirror Now, so do stay with us.